The following episode of Our Street is rated M for mature audiences. It contains occasional coarse language and drug references.
You can find out a lot about Australia just by talking to the people in any single street. Find out how we really are, the ordinariness and extraordinariness of our lives. So I decided to visit a few streets across the country. This is the story of one of them.
There isn't much to like about Roslyn Street. It's filthy to start with. Did you see all the rubbish? It's everywhere. You find the syringe everywhere. People shooting in the park, I mean, the only thing you see, it's a prostitute, drug dealers, junkies, pimps, beggars. You name it, they're all there. Unemployed, nobody wants to work. They're not the cream of the society you see in Roslyn Street.
It was just off the main drag in Sydney's King's Cross, a small stretch of street I'd been told had just about everything. On one side were a group of old businesses and their owners. On the other, a tiny park. A makeshift home for the homeless. It was clear early on that the mix in Roslyn Street didn't suit everyone.
It's up to shit. That's what it is, full of rubbish. Full of rubbish everywhere, junkies, bottles, you name it, it's all there. Look, he's drinking, he's metallite spirit. What is it, meta? It's no lemonade in there.
Lemon squash.
Yeah, with what? Let me smell it.
Maria, don't frown at me.
Yeah.
Behave yourself, Maria.
Maria Cara was in Roslyn Street helping run one of Australia's oldest and most famous coffee shops, the Piccolo bar.
Didn't have all the beautiful lasagna I gave you.
A bohemian haunt for half a century, the Piccolo was owned by Maria's brother, Vittorio.
People there want your blood, they don't want for a cup of coffee, they want your blood. It's not that easy, all right? Not that easy. Yeah? People are very demanding. Here you are, Poopsie. Hot chocolate. That's it.
While other Sydney cafes in the 50s were serving instant coffee and shutting down at 5 o'clock, the Piccolo was open through the night. A magnet for artists, writers, musicians and actors.
You see Noel Taylor?
Noel Taylor,
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. And this Wendy Seddington, she's not a friend of mine. Renee Gare, you remember Renee Gare?
Lots of jazz singers, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen her for a while. We stay there on the jukebox. Then there's Jeannie Lewis, she's in the jukebox. She's a friend of mine. She's a very good friend of mine. There's a photo up there, look, of Elizabeth Burton. Elizabeth Burton, she's a stripper.
How old were you when you came out from Italy, Vittorio?
14 years old.
14.
14.
Yeah. So what do you remember of Italy?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
My sister remembers everything. My sister's got it. You leaving the money there? You going now? My sister remembers everything, but I don't remember nothing at all.
I mean, he's been there for 30 years. That's all his life, That's hard to describe, my brother.
Why did Vittorio bring you to Roslyn Street?
Because he needs somebody to look after the financial side of the business. He's not capable of it. He's a good worker. Puts a good show.
He puts on a good show.
You think it's his own little theatre, that shop. You know, but business-wise, I'm afraid it's hopeless.
Breakfast in bed.
In the park across the street from the Piccolo, Robert Smith was busy doing a bit of housekeeping.
I first got here 30 years ago. I came down from Queensland, yeah.
So why did you come here from Queensland?
Education. I'm a qualified school teacher, you know, primary school teacher. Little kids. Because I love little kids.
When were you a school teacher?
Years ago. 30 years ago. I'm more a private tutor these days. Understand what I'm saying?
I know him when he wasn't a drunk. He used to be a good man then.
How long ago?
20 years ago. But
Gotcha.
now, you know, he just lost his plot, that's all.
So what was he like 20 years ago?
Intelligent, nice, and clean. Let's put it this way.
Dirty rat.
No, you were not.
20 years ago, I was the dirtiest rat you ever seen in your life.
No, you are now, not 20 years ago, right? Oh, God, why?
I was beginning to realise that this little park was the stage for many a drama in Roslyn Street. Just up from the Piccolo, Annette Nevin cast a watchful eye over it all, from the doorway of her tiny cafe, the Pralinka.
I really love my place. I love my customers. I don't like what I have to look out on, or what my customers have to look out on. That's what's upsetting me about the place.
So why do you have a business here?
Oh, I still like it. I still like people. I've always said King's Cross community are really good people. They care about each other. They really do. When it comes to really bad situation, the community in King's Cross will help each other. I came to the Cross in 1970, and I've practically been in the Cross ever since.
What was Roslyn Street like when you first came here?
Very, very 60s people, very bohemia, you know, really fantastic. A lot of artists used to come here. Most of them were coming down to the Piccolo, for instance, and places like that. This place was a number of different places before it became a Czechoslovakian place.
What's an Irish woman doing running a Czechoslovakian cafe?
It's the Irish in me. I like a challenge.
Give us a kiss. Hey, Smithy! Smithy! Hold up traffic for me for a sec. It's dangerous.
Robert shared Roslyn Street with a constantly changing cast of characters. But his main buddy was Carl, a man who also liked to call himself the Blade Apollo.
This is my territory, sort of, because I lived here all my life. I know it's a public street, but I'm known by everyone. I hope I'm liked by everyone. Even my enemies like me, because I don't mean no harm to them. I know everyone here. I'm the best metallurgist in the world, and I have discovered about 500 different metals that people don't even know about.
And that's why you're called the Blade Apollo.
Yeah,
Is that what you call yourself, or
Plus, I'm a fencing champion.
a fencing champion?
Yeah, all over the world, over the held it since I was Probably about 15-year-old. I've been holding the record. No one ever betted me.
Nothing by half measures, Carl.
Nothing by
All or nothing, isn't it?
When I go to war, I go 3 months on, and then I come back and relax here with my friends. I still go to war.
But I like his philosophy. His philosophy is, if you're gonna tell a whopper, tell a real big one and he'll go across. If you tell a small whopper, they won't believe it. But if you tell a real big one, they'll all believe it.
Yeah, I believe it, yes.
There are quite a few people tell whoppers around here, I think, yeah?
You're not kidding.
The drunker you get, the bigger the whoppers get. Don't you ever get drunk yourself? Don't you ever tell lies? But you mix it with half-truths or the whole truth and nobody knows the difference.
With Carl's philosophy in mind, I set off to find some younger people in Roslyn Street and soon came across 21-year-old Belinda and Dave.
I've seen some dangerous things happen on this street. I've been coming here since I was 11 to King's Cross. My mother and father used to come here because my father works down at the naval base.
I come here because I'm only a smoker. I smoke a bit of marijuana now and then, but that's all I do virtually now.
So why have you been coming here since you were 11?
Well, under the grounds that I don't incriminate myself. Generally, well, I used to be a dealer. I used to deal, but not anymore. Make money. See what's out there in life.
There's some young ones around here, 14 and 50-year-olds pushing dope and doing nothing productive and with funny-looking bodies. Nah, that's not wrong. It wasn't so rampant years ago. I'm sounding a bit like a fascist. You know, I have been accused of being a fascist, but I say no. Bust them up, you know. It's not like I'm asking for the new Hitler Youth.
While Carl's background was a mystery, it turned out Robert had been a school teacher, was a talented artist, and loved literature.
Time had only one kinsman, death. But time was more terrible than death. It was possible to make compromises with death, favourable ones and less favourable ones. One could bargain with death, wait on, or one could cheat it. Hey, wait on, what's going on here? Now, listen, I don't know whether I accept all this philosophy.
Now, listen, I want to know who's been decorating my walls.
Not me. No way.
Well, what about...
I want to cover it all over.
Did you draw the cat that was there?
No way.
Who drew the cat that was there?
A little bloke called...
No, there was a great big pussy cat there.
Yeah, that was...
Sister Nolene was one of 3 Catholic nuns who lived just behind this wall, in a terrace house at number 25 Roslyn Street.
The people whom we would see ourselves as being here for are usually those people who are the marginalised ones and the quite often unlikable ones. We mightn't like all the things they do, and sometimes we probably want to bury the bodies in the backyard ourselves. But we do recognise who they are as real people and try to get beyond that often unpleasant face that some of them can present and value them.
Yeah. No, I thought Robert might have drawn the cat.
Well, $50 so I can buy some soup.
Some soup?
Yeah. $5 a day. For $2.
Excuse me, it's going up. It's going up.
Oh, yeah, you got plenty.
I got plenty, like fun I had. There you go, that's it.
Thank you.
Make sure it's soup now.
We met Carl about 1987, when a lot of people were being removed from boarding houses because of this bicentennial coming up.
His money comes to us, and I try really hard to sort of say, now, Carl, how about just taking a few days at a time? And he goes, oh, no, like, what was it, a fortnight ago? No, I'm going to the swamp. I've got to have my money. And so he signed off for the whole 14 days and takes all the money. And then by that night, he's back here saying to me, you haven't given me my money, you've taken my money, I'm taking you to the highest court in the land, and he gets all worked up. He's barred from every bank in the inner city, well, in Darlinghurst and King's Cross. He's barred because he would get in the line and look up ladies' dresses. And so he's been barred from all the banks. Social Security then thought, well, what are we going to do? Oh, we'll get his money paid through to the Reserve Bank. I took him to the Reserve Bank. He was wearing, those fluffy slippers that are like animal shapes? Yeah. I think he had cows on at the time. So he went down with these two big cow's feet down to Reserve Bank and nearly jumped the counter. That was sort of then hit on the head after that, but then the Reserve Bank said, no, you can't send this man down.
So where does his money go now?
So it comes to us. I'll tell you what, it's a real test of,
Christian tolerance.
Well, I actually think probably a quick death by some other way rather than being tortured by Carl would be an easier way to go in terms of martyrdom. Okay. You go. No. Go and let Sandra in.
Come on, Sandra.
Nobody loves you.
Hi, Sandra.
Oh, look at Rowena. How tall you got.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
All right, everybody. Wow.
Do you know Robert and Carl?
Of course I know. Oh, don't mention them. They make my life so difficult, those two.
Why do they make your life difficult?
Well, that's a silly question to ask, isn't it? Because they do make life difficult. But they're all right. I mean, they're all right,
What's this, Vittorio?
Oh, that's my book. That's a book with some very old photos of me and my family when I was very young. Look at it. Look, that's the day I left Italy.
So that's you here?
Yeah, that's 14 years old. Look, that's my sister Rosa, Maria, and me.
Ah, Maria, that's Maria here.
Yeah. We were young once.
My father thought we were going to have a better life here.
And do you think you do have a better life here?
No.
No?
No. I was much better at home.
Where was home? Whereabouts in Italy?
Sorrento.
And who's this? Here.
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah, that's me. Isn't it horrible?
No.
Oh, it's horrible.
No, it's not.
Here you are, Long Black. That's my first job, Homebush Box Company. We used to go down shops, fruit shop, and pick up boxes. Which they don't exist anymore. Now they got all cartons.
Who's this?
I don't know, this is somebody from the market. When I saw him, this guy, I used to be in love with him. I've been in love with lots of guys. Not that I was ever returned,
I've always liked Vito. He's very different. And Maria, yeah, I like Maria, yeah. She's like everybody's mother.
You want a coffee? Now, you have a daughter, don't you? You're a single mum?
Yes.
And how old is your daughter?
Nearly 27.
So what was it like being a single mum?
Good fun.
In those days, in the cross?
It was good. It was difficult getting places to live, because really, as a single parent, it was really difficult to get accommodation. Even when I was pregnant, it was difficult to get I had a landlady who threw me out when I was 8.5 months pregnant. So it was, sleep in the park or wherever.
Did you do that?
One night, yeah.
When you were 8.5 months pregnant? Which park? Park here?
Not that park. Rashkatas Bay.
So is that why you're a bit sympathetic to the people in the park? Because I know it annoys you, but you also are a bit sympathetic to them, aren't you?
I do care about them, because they're okay as people, as far as I'm concerned. They treat me okay.
I think you killed him already, Tiger.
Just what I always wanted.
Where did you get jacket that you're wearing?
Out of the rubbish bin. Always, all my gear come from the rubbish. That's why I don't pay taxes. I pay taxes by drinking strong wine and cheap cigarettes.
I think Carl used to be much more. He'd dress in the most outlandish things and do the most outlandish things. So he's a bit of a tourist attraction. You know, they'd sort of come, they want to take photos of Carl and these other people who've moved on. But I think he's lost it a bit. It's quite destructive in a way. Yeah.
Oh my God,
I think the sad thing with Carl is that, like, you're filming him now and he's in this state and he's a character, but he's someone with a mental health problem. He suffers with bipolar disorder, and for 6 months of the year, if not longer, he can be he is as straight and as clean and as together. In fact, he's scared of his own shadow and you can hardly get boo out of him. Then he'll go into the next cycle where he'll get manic, like he is now. When he starts to get manic, he self-medicates with alcohol. The alcohol then makes him become psychotic. So, you know, it's sort of like a chicken and the egg thing with the alcohol and his mental health issues. And you try and get help for him and people just go, oh, that's Carl. And the mental health team don't want to know because they say, well, it's an alcohol issue. And you say, no, it's not just an alcohol issue. I think the sad thing for us is that we see him physically deteriorate so much.
Do you know what happened to Carl's skin? Why his skin's like that?
It's called alcoholic psoriasis. Skin condition that happens, you know, because he really is allergic to too much alcohol. There's lack of nutrition and alcohol triggers it on. It's an old Greek term, psoriasis. It just means disease. I'm trying to get organised a way of getting him a good set of teeth so he can chew his food properly. Because if you can't chew your food properly, you don't get the full nutrition. And that's what it is. It's a lack of nutrition.
Robert is actually capable of a lot more, and this is what worries me when I see him with Carl and when he behaves in the way that he does. I think it's more of an act and more of a front, a chosen lifestyle, and he makes it sort of a bit of an art form. Whereas for Carl and for other homeless people, it's not really actually a choice. It's there because of their mental state or their brain damage. It's not as deliberate.
I know Robert is from Queensland. He's drinking more now the last few years than he did even when we met him. He knew how to say enough was enough, you know. He just, I think, every time was one extra bottle. Carl and him were very close. They fight a bit more now than they ever did.
Hey, move it.
Shut your mouth, you ugly-looking leper. That's all you are, a leper. You know, do I have to do all his washing for him and his makeup and everything like that? Oh, come on, he's got to start looking after himself a bit better.
You sound like an old married couple.
Look, we've been together for 20 years.
So where are you guys from?
JBC.
Oh, cool. Oh, lovely. Catch ya. Bye. Wish me luck. Have you seen your daughter lately?
Waiting for her to come back. She was supposed to be back in February, but now it's March.
From where? Back from where, Bobby?
Byron Bay.
Oh.
That's where I got the last card from was from Byron Bay.
Yeah.
Well, I lost the custody of my little daughter, you know, she's only 2. And that cut me up. I didn't mind losing the wife. That didn't hurt me at all.
So that's when you started drinking a lot, huh? When your marriage broke up and you lost custody of your daughter?
Yeah. But then when I lost custody of the second one from another woman, geez, I really fainted then. She's 5'10", she's tall. Slim, good-looking, athletic, Extremely pretty face, long dark hair. Oh, she had trimmed lately, yeah. So I've heard in the grapevine. After all these years, she's come back to me. She's 23 now, and I'm waiting for her. This is our contact point. And she'll be back from Queensland shortly. She's holidaying up there.
I didn't come this far.
No, I understand, but I've got plenty ready. That's all I thought. Maybe we can just...
Well, we can... Carl, what are you doing?
Not with your...
Stop spitting on my windows.
Give me that bird.
Here, use this.
We're cleaning all the mess that you're causing here. Clean? All the mess.
I'm cleaning it because you usually spit on it.
Hey, don't spray my pants. Look what you've done to me. Come on, Carl.
That's enough, thank you. You're lovely, Carl. Thanks. Thanks, Carl. Carl, I'll give you a cup of coffee later. Or do you want some bread?
You busy tonight?
Not very busy. It's too hot. I'm never busy when it's too hot. Never. Yes, Annette, what is it?
Tell the ABC in the world, this is your home, Roslyn Street, the great Roslyn Street of King's Cross. Hey, darling. Yes, and we love it. Hey, and you're going to grow up here. Oh, yes, you are, aren't you? Yes.
Belinda, who'd been in the cross since she was 11, seemed to just hang around Roslyn Street day and night.
Do you have family?
Yeah, I do.
Where are they?
My brother's in Northern Territory. My mother, God knows. My father, God knows.
So when did you lose contact with your mum and dad?
My mother when I was 11, my father I've never known.
How long have you lived in Roslyn Street, Casey?
For about 3 years.
And whereabouts do you live?
I live number 9 Roslyn Street, above the Amsterdam Cafe. It's great, I love it. I'd like to go and see the world, but I don't think I have to because the world comes past my lounge room every day. They come past. I come from Auckland. I mean, I'm not a naive person because of my sexuality. I've, lived the life, the gay life, and then the transsexual formation, and I'm going through surgery at the moment. And I could only do it here. I couldn't probably do this in Auckland.
Why could you only do it here?
Because it's more acceptable, people expect it of the cross.
What's the watch you wear?
What watch?
The watch you have in your pocket.
Oh, that watch? What about it?
Well, is it yours?
No, it's not. Yeah. But it's a watch. It's a gold watch. It's a nice watch.
Is it?
It's for sale too.
Is it?
Yeah.
How much is it for sale for?
$100.
So do you sell stuff much?
A lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What sort of stuff?
Anything. Anything and everything.
Like?
Apart from watches, like what? This is incriminating, you know that, don't you? Just anything. Cameras, these things. Everybody sells. It's a black market around here.
And do people buy things on the street a lot?
Yeah, all the time. Because the people that live here, everyone buys. Money is the main thing around here.
I don't know what those people on the wall sell, though. You never know. You never know, because I have nothing to do with it. I don't know. They should clean it up. I really believe they should clean it up. But I think if they really want to clean it up, they can do it very quickly.
Tony, how long have you been hanging around here?
About 2 months.
And you're from England?
Months. Yeah, I am.
Are you just travelling through? Or?
Yeah, I'm a traveller to Australia, yeah.
And what do you do here?
Well, most of the people here sell pot. This is a renowned area for selling marijuana in Australia. And, it's not a very hard drug or anything like that. And people just come down here to buy it and stuff like that.
And so that's what you do? You sell marijuana here?
No comment. I'm not going to answer that myself, but people around here do, yeah, definitely.
And to what extent are harder drugs than marijuana dealt in this street?
Not in this street, no other drugs apart from marijuana are sold. But in King's Cross, obviously, all sorts of drugs are sold, but not in Roslyn Street. I think they're actually providing a service, really. I mean, marijuana's been about for hundreds of years, and people have always used it, and I think that's always going to be the case. I know it's not a good thing, and it's against the law, what I'm doing, but like I say, I'm only going to actually be doing it for a short-term basis, but I wouldn't condemn anyone for doing it, put it that way.
So you're on a working holiday?
Yeah.
Dealing dope?
Well, technically, yeah.
Have you been to Amsterdam?
I haven't been to Amsterdam.
Well, you should go to Amsterdam. It's a beautiful city. I've been there twice.
And there's a particular type of coffee shop in Amsterdam?
I think it's very civilized. I wish it was civilized like that in Australia.
Well, you wish that people could smoke marijuana in Australia the way they do in Amsterdam?
I believe they should. I believe they should. Why not? They do it now, there's all these laws against it, but I think they should.
Who knows most about what's going on in the street, Annette?
I know a fair bit. I'll tell you where the drugs are hidden.
Where are the drugs hidden?
Behind the bush, behind the sign. They dig up the ground, cover them there. Along the thing in the footpath, between the wall and the footpath, there.
Robert! For me? Oh, thank you, Robert. You're wonderful. Thank you.
Life has become very difficult, and I think life is very cruel. I believe in the strong power of love. I really do. It's a healing power. I do something for you, and you do something for somebody else. It's like a chain reaction. But I'm not a Catholic anymore.
Not anymore?
No.
Why not?
I think the Catholic Church has got a lot to answer for. I'm in it.
What sort of things?
All that guilt, all that guilt. I live with guilt all my life,
Do you still live with guilt?
I do. I'm full of guilt. I'm guilty. I feel guilty because I don't love somebody enough. I don't do enough for somebody. But, and because I'm gay, and it took me a long time to be happy with myself, And
how long did it take for you to feel
30
happy?
years, maybe. 30 years, maybe. Yeah, 30 years, yeah.
30 years to feel happy about being gay, to feel comfortable with it.
I'm proud of it, too. I'm gay. I was born like that, There's nothing I can do about it. I used to go with boys when I was about 8 years old or something, when I was very young.
So what was it like for you growing up then as a young gay man here in Sydney?
No, not very good.
No?
Not very good. Now you see all this Mardi Gras, all these things, all these men, you know, holding each other, and I think, oh, really? I mean, we've worked hard for all that, you know, and now they're reaping the benefit, you know. Good luck to them. But there's other ways to show love, affection, without, you know, putting on display.
Now it's 3:05 in the morning. So when do you sleep?
When do I sleep? Every few days. It's the body clock. I sleep about 10 hours every 3 days. Well, everybody there, they're awake all the time. They're always there. A lot of them are locals. Everybody just hangs out, hangs around.
As night gradually turned into morning, Robert had only one thing on his mind, his 23-year-old daughter.
For years I tried to track her down. I couldn't find her because her mother kept her hidden. When she's with me, I pull myself together. Oh, she pulls me together, you know. Bang! She can hit her eye, you know. Her hands are bigger than mine, you know. She's a beautiful young woman, you know, but she's got great big hands. But they're very cultivated hands, you know. She can work well with them. Bang. As you hear me, bang. I need her.
Early one morning, there was a flurry of activity in Roslyn Street, and the park took on a decidedly different feel. The local mayor, Vic Smith, was making a run for state parliament, and the election was just weeks away. What do you think of what they're doing here this morning? It looks cleaner than it normally does.
It looks much cleaner, yeah.
Well, it's the first time that I see so many council people, you know, working in that park and clean.
They've cleaned the place up.
Tarted it up. Very nice.
Looks worse.
It looks worse.
It's lost its feel.
It's lost its character.
Yeah. No one's going to come down here now.
So why do you think it's been cleaned up so well this morning?
Because Mr. Smith's coming and the election.
Maybe because the Lord Mayor's coming.
I've been here since 1993 working in the area, and this is the cleanest I've ever seen it, actually. Someone important must be coming down today.
Well, Vic Smith's coming down.
Oh, Vic. Vic's going to have a look. Yeah.
Well, he's there and he's told me what to do, and I'm here. And that's what I'm doing, because I've been told what to do.
Have a barbecue?
No, I'm not having a barbecue.
No, right, but they are here.
They are, I'm not.
Okay.
What we're actually doing is having a community consultation with the residents. The council plans to do some refurbishment to this area, and what we are doing is getting community feedback about what they would like to see happen in this area of Roslyn Street.
Mr. Smith's coming here to play the big man, you know?
Yeah.
Right? So everybody can vote for him.
Oh,
You
yes.
understand?
Yeah.
So
This
it's
is why it's so nice and
Yeah.
tidy. I walk every Saturday, not like that. And I can see the difference straight away.
it's always dirty, isn't it?
Yes.
Very dirty.
Everyone managed to clean the area up today for the special event.
That's
It's
it.
very difficult
Just
to sit here when
today.
you walk past every week and see it all spruced up for the day and know that next weekend it's not going to be the same case.
Maria, where are Carl and Robert today?
Well, I really don't know. Probably they put in jail for 24 hours. So the place looks clean.
Because they're normally here, aren't they, every day?
Every single day, drunk from dawn to night and night to dawn. But they haven't been seen since this morning. Strange.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ladies and gentlemen, could I have your attention, please? And it's now my great pleasure to introduce the Mayor of South Sydney, Councillor Vic Smith. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks very much, Richard. We're all aware of how important our parks and public areas are to our neighbourhood. In such a built-up area, they provide a calm place for people to walk, take a break, or just soak up the sun. At the moment, a walk through the Roslyn Street Park has not been such a pleasant experience. For some time now, many people have felt alienated from the park because of the antisocial behaviour and illegal activities that have occurred here. We will be demolishing the existing park and removing the overhanging trees and raised beds to improve security and safety. And we are expecting construction to start mid-year. Council has one of our landscape architects, Simon Shaw, here today to answer your questions, and he will also be distributing comment sheets.
The suggestion is to actually take out some of these trees. So, I mean, the problem with these trees is you can see that they hang down quite low, and people just feel that, you know, they do feel intimidated by that, particularly even in the daytime, you know.
Intimidated by the trees?
Well, not the trees, but they feel unsafe, or there's a dark space, or, you know, they might not feel comfortable coming into the space.
I think this is some sort of privet or something. I'm not sure that it matters that that one goes. So I think that but the others and the rubber tree.
All the other trees should be staying.
More seats?
More seats.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Artwork?
Nah, forget it.
So far as we're concerned, the trees can stay here for the homeless people, people who got out of jail, people on the dole. They've got somewhere to sit because the bloody shops won't let them sit anywhere.
We can put all the tables and chairs around. Me there, Piccolo here, and Happy Horrors over there.
That's right. That's it.
But very important, it's a good scrub up.
My concern is that this has all come about because people that live in the area have complained about the homeless people that hang around here.
Well, that's not the issue with council. I'm sorry.
So is the idea to move the homeless people out of the park? Is that the idea of the refurbishment?
Look, I wouldn't like to say it's to move them out. I mean, the idea is to make the park more accessible to a greater number of people in the community, because at the moment those people are, I guess for want of a better word, hogging the park.
We need all that. Come
Pay attention.
All this wasted money today.
Why has it wasted money?
Why? Because I'm going to do nothing about it anyway. It's only a farce. You wait and see. I'll let you know.
By evening, Roslyn Street was back to normal. It turned out Robert and Carl certainly hadn't been in jail.
Hello, Robert. Where have you been?
Oh, I just got tired and fell asleep in the park, you know. I just woke up just a little while ago.
So where are you going to kip down tonight?
Oh, Mount Everest.
Mount Everest.
Yes.
Oh, that's a
yes,
good
yes.
idea.
I think there's an election coming. Vic Smith.
Vic Smith.
Vic Smith was a friend of ours. He gave us a plaque for the Piccolo. Yes, Vic Smith. Enough said. But they always pick up the same people, you know. The police take them, take them, and then half an hour later, they're on the wall again, Oh, I think it's just so silly.
Get out of there! Fuck off! No, he's not. He's an asshole.
I give you all my back now. I smash you.
Fuck off! Fuck off, mate! I'm gonna put one right through you. Now, fuck off! I'm telling you. Get out! Total asshole, Carly.
Robert can get very violent, he really can. Sort of, if you don't catch him in time and, say... Mostly if you tell Robert that, Robert, come on, you're much more intelligent than they are or something like that, then he's fine, You just have to be nice to Robert, sort of know what to say to him, and he's fine, He's pretty good, actually, very intelligent. I like chatting to him, actually. Yeah.
You should have been on the stage, Robert. You're a wasted talent. You should have been on the stage, I reckon.
Where the fuck do you think I am right fucking now? Wake up to yourself. Grrr.
One night, Tony, the English holidaymaker, was one of several people arrested in the park and charged with possessing marijuana. He was philosophical about the inevitable fine. Tony had far broader horizons. What are you going to do when you get back to England?
I'm going to go back to doing my old job.
What's that?
Well, you're going to laugh when I tell you this. I used to trade money, foreign currencies. I used to work in a bank, trading dollar yen. And then I trade futures on the futures exchange in London.
So you're going to go back to that?
Yeah, it's going to be completely different to this.
Belinda, how do you see your future in, say, 10 years?
I'm going on holiday. I'm going around the world. I'm saving to get a ticket to take my son. Me and my son are going around the world.
How old's your son?
4.
Where's your son?
Newcastle.
And why is he there and not with you here?
You don't want to know. It's a long story and I really don't want to say it.
And why do you want to go around the world?
To find a direction.
And why don't you think you can find it here?
You're in King's Cross, remember?
One morning, there was no sign of Robert on Roslyn Street. During the night, he'd been rushed to the local hospital. Sister Norleen stopped by at the park on her way to visit him.
What's happened to Robert?
Well, Robert, sometime during Friday night, early Saturday morning, was assaulted on the corner over here. And I don't know all the details at this stage. Carl told me, but in fact, that's not quite right. He was hit over the back of the head or the side of the face.
First step comes through the jawline and got his trachea vein.
Yeah.
That's why the blood is still...
There was a lot of blood.
Now, are you going up to the hospital this morning?
Yes, I'll be going up to see Robert.
Yeah, but by the time he'll be back here. If you want to catch him at 9:30.
He'd better not be back here, or he's
He won't
in
be
big
back
trouble.
here. He'll be at 9:30 at his bank, drawing out money. He's
Not
going to lend me
today.
a little bit.
Not today.
He's claustrophobic. He's
It's not
signing.
pension day today.
He got money saved up. Yes. He's going to loan me some so I can take my girlfriend, buy her a milkshake and pocket of smoke.
I'd like a bet on that.
But Carl was right. Robert did check himself out of hospital early. He never received Sister Nolene's flowers. A few days later, he was back on Roslyn Street.
What happened, Robert?
Hey?
What happened to you?
I don't like it when young muggers, ugly young muggers come in and you've got polite gentlewomen sitting there listening to music and who want to talk about literature and this and so on and socialise. And then young, ugly-looking mugs come in and start molesting them and put my hands around. I say, pull up, mate. It's about time you left.
So what happened?
Turned me back on him. Stupidest thing I ever did, I turned me back on him and crashed. What it was, it was a bottle. He smashed a bottle and cut me throat, cut me from there to there, and then smashed the bottle and put on my head as well, you know, because he just missed the jugular vein by that much. The doctor said, you're the luckiest bloke alive.
And why did you check yourself out of hospital the other morning?
I got bored. I wanted to go and talk to the blokes.
You know Nolene was going to come and visit you in the hospital, don't you, with some flowers? Did you know that?
But I've taken her. She doesn't have to give me flowers. I've taken her heaps of flowers, you know.
But she wanted to give you flowers.
Yeah, I know. But she better come out and talk to me soon. You know,
She was really worried about you. She was really worried about you, Robert.
Yeah.
She really was. And she was worried that you'd booked yourself out of hospital, maybe too soon. Has all of this made you think twice about living on the streets at all?
That's not a point of ponderousness that I consider. You know what being ponderous means? I was just looking up the other day. To be ponderous is to be boring and... Hey, look, I'll live anywhere. It's my country, you know. I'll put a camp anywhere. You know, I'm putting a campfire down this afternoon. I've got heaps of meat and chicken and beef and... I'm putting a campfire in right over there. It's my country.
Robert isn't seen much around Roslyn Street anymore, though he does pass through from time to time. Carl has moved on too. The nuns say he's apparently doing well and now living at a hostel for homeless men. The Piccolo continues its traditions.
Cheese, tomato, ham, I don't know. What do you want? Salami?
And the police continue theirs in what seems a hopeless game of cat and mouse with Roslyn Street's marijuana sellers. Vic Smith's bid for state parliament failed. and he's now set up his own private consultancy on state and local government. Maria still helps Vittorio run the Piccolo and continues to cast a cynical eye over local politics. And the park? Well, eventually the council had its way. Those intimidating trees gave way to this. It's much harder for the homeless to camp here. But locals say the drug dealers seem to love it.
I am the council. I'm ripping up all these bloody bricks and putting in lawns and gardens. Come on. I've got plans.
If you have stories about your street to share, visit the Our Street website at abc.net.au/ourstreet.
Next Thursday, Jenny Brockie's Our Street continues.
Oh, there's some great characters in the street.
Darwin's Phillip Street.
It's been a while since you've cleaned that out, Edgar.
Actually, since my wife left.
Did you say your wife left 15 years ago?
A carefree community for its residents.
Darwin's like a very large country town with the facilities of a city. So you've got this wonderful village feel.
And a lucrative site for developers. Our Street, next Thursday night on ABC.